Hey guys, another video for our Fashion in Japan playlist. These tiny hats have been popular in Japan for quite some time, and some of them are sort of fashionable, sort of cool, but it's sort of a bit of a mystery in the middle of summer, where in most of Japan it's sort of in the mid-30s, it's pretty hot, that these tiny little hats really don't provide any real protection from the sun. In actual fact, they'd probably just keep heat in the top of your head rather than let it release. So it's sort of not a real practical sort of thing. That one's a little bit bigger, that's probably a little bit more useful, but not by much, as you can see. I mean, it's not really keeping the sun off at all, really. It's just a little fashion statement. I'm going out and I'm wearing a hat. It's just sort of interesting because we've showed you before, in Japan people often carry umbrellas to keep the sun off. If they carry an umbrella to keep the sun off, they call it a parasol. If they carry exactly the same umbrella when it's raining, they call it a kasa. So it's interesting, but they'll carry an umbrella in one hand even when they're riding their bike just to keep the sun off, and yet when they come to wear a hat, they'll just wear a tiny little hat like that. And they do have bigger hats here with bigger brims, but they're usually only worn by people doing farming and things like that, the big straw hats. So it's a bit of a funny thing, really. It's like the fashion is stopping them wearing a hat with a decent brim. It's fashionable to wear one with a tiny brim, so even though it's not useful, that's what everyone does. Fashion is a strange thing, isn't it? More videos coming soon.